These things are huge, and they're just starting. Well, they're not just starting, but I mean, look at that leaf. That is 18 inches. So, yeah, it's more than a foot, the leaf. And all of that right in there. This is, actually, I like the way things work in this yard. You leave something alone, and then it spreads. And now I've got blue flowers coming over half of the front yard. These blue flowers I don't see anywhere every spring. And then they were in the circuit, in the bed in the middle of the driveway, and then they were in the whole front yard. And then I had one raspberry plant itself, and now I have a bed 40 feet long and about 20 feet wide filled with strawberries. I mean, raspberries. I had yellow flowers that I brought in a bag and put in one place. And now, every year, they're gonna come up in this big thing. So while nothing else is blooming, except of course those, what do you call them? Hydrangeas are blooming. But nothing in here is blooming. Most of the stuff is done. The lilies are going to start soon. Any day now, they'll pop open. But now we have these yellow flowers. So there's always something for the pollinators. Dora must have put a couple in here, and now they're everywhere. I guess she put them like that. And then that other bed of the yellows down there. So there's always something going on. I watched a video done by Michael Knowles about a lady, I believe she was of Asian descent, with her child. I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention. But basically, the lady is prompting her kid, who's probably, I don't know, 2 to 4 years old. I really didn't look. And she's asking her what she remembers. She's basically prompting her to, quote, remember what it was like in the womb. And the mother goes, was it really tight in there? Or was it a lot of room? Oh, it was tight, Mommy. Was it, you know, whatever? And she kept asking her these, did you hear things? Could you hear music? Oh, yes, Mommy, I heard music. There was music, I could hear music. You know, and so she's really prompting her. And the lady clearly thinks this is really cute that supposedly her kid remembers being in the womb, which completely, I don't believe she does at all. A child doesn't even, oh my gosh, I would be highly skeptical that people remember what it was like in the womb. It's not to say they're not alive in the womb, but remembering music and being in a confined area doesn't seem like something someone does at -9 or -1 months before birth. Does not seem likely. Anyway, so she goes on and she's doing that. And then at some point, again, I didn't pay close attention to this, but at some point she goes, now don't you think that I am talking about that I'm pro-life. This was my choice or whatever, blah, blah. And because I chose to do this, my daughter is here. So basically, because you chose to not abort your daughter was here to talk to you now. But what you're saying is that your daughter was actually alive before birth, which is what most of the pro-abortion people will tell you. It's not alive, it's a clump of cells, it's not human life. All things that just are, even for a 15-year-old or a 12-year-old, if you put the two scenarios up rationally and put the comparisons, is it growing? Well, yes. Okay, well, so it must be alive. If it's not, okay, if it's not alive, then how can you kill it if it's already dead? You can't kill something that's already dead. So it must be alive. Is it likely to be a grapefruit or a rug or a windowsill? No. So then what do you think it would be? Well, a human. So even a 12-year-old would, it with just pure common sense of a 12-year-old would know that a lady is pregnant with a human life that is just at a different stage of life. What I call -1 month, -6 months, -9 months. But then you're 1 day old, then you're 1 hour old, 1 day old, 1 month old, 10 years old, 20 years, 30, 50, 60, 90. It's all just the stage of life. Everyone who was 90 was -1 and -6 and -3 months in the womb. Everyone who's 30 years old was -3 months, -2 months, -4 months, -9 months in the womb. It's simply a stage of human development. Human development. At no point were you in the womb and you were an apricot and then you changed into a mouse, and then at another point you changed into a rose. You were always human life. Your molecular, your whatever you call it. I'm not a scientist. I'm a person with common sense, though. I can read. So at some point you were, at all points, you were human, of human composition. So this lady is sitting there making this, and she goes, "Now don't use this as propaganda," even though that's exactly what she's doing. And Michael, to close this, Michael says that I think that she's sincere, and I believe she's probably sincere. She thinks it's cute, and so she wanted to show it and videotape it. But I don't think that that's my personal thing. Is that I might be a little craven, but I think most people are out for a buck, and I think that she makes this video, and somewhere deep down there she's saying, my gosh, wouldn't it be great if this thing went viral and somehow I start making money, if she's not already making money making videos? Because who besides Jeff Bezos, who doesn't need more money? Gus, don't get at attention. You're not running loose with a leash on. That could be a problem if you get stuck on a tree branch and I can't find you. So yeah, I'm a little more craven. I think she did it because she wants the bucks. She wants the views, the what do you call it? The views. What's the other word? She wants the what's that word? The views. There's another word for views. The hits, whatever. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. So, this lady is inadvertently doing propaganda, technically against abortion, because she's telling us all that her daughter had recognition, that her daughter had some form of, is it sentience, whatever. She had that she was definitely alive in the womb. Let's put it like that. So let's pray for conversion of all women, for the hearts of women. If we don't get the hearts, then laws can be changed, things can be turned over to the state to make the decisions. But we really need to, at some point, people need to recognize that ripping a baby apart piece by piece is savage. In the womb of its own mother, at the permission and actually the request, the demand of the mother, it's herself. At some point, we're going to look back, hopefully, presumably, and recognize how savage this truly is.